I might be wrong, but I can always rationalize it. You play to compete, right? But you also play to win, and I think I'm gonna crush everyone. My #1 overall pick, sitting there waiting for me. Todd Gurley of the Los Angeles Rams.
It's 2018! Running backs are as valuable as kickers. Take a kicker instead, Mal.
She has this justification about positional scarcity, that there's only a few players like Gurley in the NFL.
I ask you, dear viewer, I ask you, my colleagues, I ask you, people of the internet, have you ever heard the 2 words, positional scarcity? I got the guy who is so far above everybody else at his position. That's where the value is. Taking quarterbacks in the first round is ludicrous.
If there's only 8 of us making draft picks, that's not really true. James Conner didn't even get drafted. Christian McCaffrey got taken late. There were a lot of guys that she could have had in a much later round, and she chose to burn her first pick on Gurley, and I'm just not sure I agree with it.
I think she and I came into this draft with sort of similar strategies and trying to identify when we could pick up players at the best value. So I really liked her Todd Gurley first overall pick.
And guess what? Over the next few months, Todd Gurley is set to challenge the all-time touchdown record. He might break LaDainian Tomlinson's touchdown record. I'll take all those touchdowns, please and thank you. He looks unstoppable.
We see what the Giants are when they design their offense around Saquon Barkley. We've seen what the Jaguars look like when they design their offense around Leonard Fournette. Obviously, Todd Gurley, exceptional player, one of the best offensive players in the NFL, but he is part of a system. He is not a guy that you design your offense around.
Todd Gurley is the best one, but if you're looking at guys that can run and catch and be modern NFL running backs, I think there are enough options, and this was the first round. That's not the direction that I would have gone.
For the record, there is photo evidence of this. She said if she did not get Gurley in the first round, she would have taken Melvin Gordon. I got Melvin Gordon with my second to last pick. Tough luck.
One of my favorite things about these exercises is when my enemies hand me weapons so that I can then use against them, and when they don't realize that they're doing it. Kevin Clark and Robert Mays did this for me on a recent episode of the Ringer NFL show. They talked about the idea that maybe Sean Payton is bored. Maybe just coaching Drew Brees is too easy. Maybe he'd like a challenge. How about a new team?
I do think Sean Payton was worth picking. I would have picked him if he was available in the 5th round or whatever.
I think Sean Payton is a good coach, and I think she kind of lucked out getting him there.
Getting Payton as your play caller is a smart move. I think obviously he knows how to use his running backs in his system. We've seen what he's done with Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara, so getting that pairing does make sense.
She also took Von Miller, who, rough.
Now, you might ask, well, what about this knee brace people have seen Von Miller walking around with? Guess what? Doesn't seem to be making a damn bit of difference. He's once again on pace for 18-ish sacks. Maybe he'll push 20, who knows?
You've got one of the greatest running backs in the NFL, you've got a play caller, and then you go defense. I would have continued to build the offense here. Von Miller, obviously a great pass rusher, but I don't think it makes a big enough impact right now.
I also love what I'm seeing out of Von this year in terms of mentoring. Look at what he's doing with Bradley Chubb, out there campaigning for his teammate to be Rookie of the Year. I love this. This is a guy who can bring my club together no matter who else we sign, who else comes in.
I actually think her 4th and 5th round picks, Odell Beckham and Russell Wilson, are better than her first 3 picks, more valuable than her first 3 picks.
Getting Odell in the 4th round was a shock to me. I probably would have taken him first overall among receivers.
I mean, Odell Beckham, definitely good value at this spot. Dynamic receiver.
Odell's great to be on your team because when he gets hurt and you check his Instagram, oh wow, he has the Louis Vuitton logo on his cast. I don't know if that's Super Bowl stuff though.
You have to consider the exercise, which is you're starting over. So Odell isn't with Eli anymore. He's not with the Giants. I want people energized, and I knew that I needed Odell for that because of my quarterback strategy. I honestly don't understand how Russell Wilson was there for me in the last pick.
Russell Wilson, I think it would be actually a lot of fun to see Russell Wilson play in the Sean Payton offense, obviously. Wilson has been compared to Brees over the years because they're both about 6 feet tall. I think that Payton could probably figure out a way to find Wilson a lot of good passing angles and passing lanes.
And when I think about players who only have the chance to go up in a different circumstance, a different context compared to what they're in now, Russell Wilson is the poster boy. And Pete Carroll, who was great, is a defensive coach. Put Russell with Sean Payton and see what they come up with together. I think we would see an MVP second half from Russell Wilson.
Overall, I think her strategy was good. I just don't like her team as much as mine.
Everyone on my team has a chance to get better in a new system. The only player I think that is not true for is Gurley, but I trust the talent to carry him regardless. Just give me the title now, I think.
Mal, congrats on winning the 1984 Super Bowl. You did it.